that's her basically orbital rim is here, and for orbital bundles here. So I want to stay inferior of that. So open your eyes. See that divot there? So, and then relax your face. Good. So 1 vector, 2, 3, 4, and then see this flatness right here? That's where I'm going to switch to a needle. Because it's very hard for me to lift with a cannula. Cannula is going to be intradermal. It's going to be below the stomata, so over her skin, everything in between, arteries, veins, nerves, muscle, and then bone. So this is going to be underneath all of that. But then to actually lift, I'm going to come submalar and add volume here. Do you guys see that flatness? So the best way to do it, sit up for me, sit up a little bit this way, and then put your chin down. Is kind of put chin down a little bit more. Right, and then open your mouth. Don't laugh. Open your mouth.
Oh, no.
Oh, is that been? Sorry. Okay.
Okay, and then open your mouth.
Oh my god,
Okay.
you're so cute.
I love it. And then you see how it hangs here. You see that here? Chin down. See right here? So then I kind of track it up. I'm like, she needs some more support in this area. All right, put your head back. Do the best and the worst. And you guys see the white blanch there, so that's where I do my lidocaine. So normally I'll bring them in, clean their off their face, do the lidocaine, leave it on for 5 minutes while I put on my cannula. You ready, girlfriend? Okay, so open your mouth slightly. So I'm taking my needle and I'm treating it just like I'm doing a cheek filler with a needle, so I'm going deep. So I pinch. This is the only kind of pinchy part, but it should be mostly numb. Good, and I kind of swirl around a little bit. This is my canal, my little entryway.
What needle do you use?
This is a 23 gauge that comes with it.
Okay.
And then I hold it just like a dart when you're playing at the bar. I hold it really close to the hub. And it gives me more, I don't know, stability. It's easier. When you come out here, it's just so far away. So it's hard to get that stability. So I come here, I get really close to it. And then I just take my fingers and kind of spread so I can see the hole. And then I pinch up and it pops in. And I feel that fascia pop. So then I want to go deep. So I'm holding it just like I would a needle. And I pull. And I'm deep, deep, deep. You okay? Does it feel weird? Put your chin up. And then I'm using my non-injecting hand to just pull up, because I'm pulling up the somas, the arteries, the veins. I'm pulling it up this way. And I'm going, and it'll just flow. It'll feel a lot easier. At first, you're going to feel kind of resistance. That's totally normal. You have there's a ligament here, so you want to make sure you're not pushing so much so you're causing trauma. So if you ever hit resistance, see how it's tracking here a little bit? That means I'm not deep enough, so because she's thin. So that's when I'm going to pinch up and try to go a little bit deeper. Good. There we go. Aspirate here. Do you feel weird?
No.
Oh, okay.
I feel great.
And I'm going to do a linear thread here.
And you aspirate even with your cannula?
Yeah, you don't have to. I do it out of superstition.
Okay.
And you see I'm pulling up her skin as I'm doing it. Now I'm all the way here. This is a no-no zone with the needle, so it's nice because this cannula moves everything out of the way. I'm picking up, going deep. So different vectors, small amounts, linear thread, linear thread, linear thread, keep under the skin. Now I'm doing my other vector, small, just like a lip. It's very similar to a lip. Then I can either hip submalar, I can come from this angle and hit this area. And then come on out. And looks better, but still see she needs a little bit of work here to pull up. Doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do the other side. Chin this side. You got chin down a little bit. Good. And then I take my opposite hand and pinch. Go down deep. And now this is the end of my cannula. And it feels like butter. So great for the area under the eye. The similar fat pad. And this is where a lot of Caucasians lose a lot of volume. Good job.
Erica, would it be wrong to start a little higher?
Not at all.
No? Okay.
Not at all. For her, I just don't want to close out her eyes, so that's why I did lower. But
So
there's
now I'm
nothing
going to
wrong.
go across her cheek just to help that lateral zygoma. So see how flat it is.
Even bend
We
your
filled the
cannula
middle
and
part,
go
but when you fill the interior part, you have to
bottom
also do the
here.
lateral. Lateral helps to really lift that jowl area. It's great for your jawline. So I usually do it. I was doing a class, so I had to
Yeah.
not like block everybody. Usually I stand on the same side as what I do, but now I'm reaching across and I'm hitting the same exact spot. So the same spot I did for my interior cheek, the same spot that you numb is the same spot I go in again. And I'm just going, and this time you're technically going deep, but remember that lateral aspect, like you can feel the bone there. So it's a little bit more superficial, and you can see same thing on my left hand. It's my non-dominant hand. I'm pinching up and really moving that cannula. So going really, really slow and then pinching again. And this is great
Never
when you're
all
doing
just the
temple work
cannula,
too.
but
Like
when
this
they're
is sometimes
flat,
how I
then
start
I'll
because it really
start with
integrates
the
into
cannula, then
temple.
I'll move the needle.
I'm just adding a small
But you can
amount,
see,
and
like, I can
then
add
I
volume with the
will
cannula, but now I
do her
need
smile
to
lines.
really contour and lift.
Yeah.
And so, what was my with a cannula? It's like a woman peeing, so it goes everywhere. So it's not very precise. Is see your eyebrow? I come down. This is lateral zygoma. So there's no like algorithm. You can go wherever you want, but I just know after repetition. I see how it's a little flat there still. You can take your fingers, like, will that help? Yeah, adding a little volume will help there. So then you want to go on bone. Anatomical considerations are her transverse facial artery. That's here. Your trigeminal complex is way back here, but you can feel twinges of pain. That's just your nerve. You want to put your vibrator here.
Sorry, turned it off. Wait, where did I put it? Here.
Yeah. So, and then you can see where the kind of start of her retaining ligament. So smile, relax, smile, relax. To see mobile, immobile. So her retaining ligament's probably right about there. So then I just grab and I support myself and I go straight down and bone. Sorry. And I aspirate. And good job. You okay?
Mhm.
And then I'll kind of come submalar on this one because I like to create, like for me, my facial population, like they like a contour. So that's where I come underneath. And she has amazing cheekbones naturally, so I'll come underneath here. So on an older patient, 60, 55, not a great thing because it'll hollow them out right here. And then I see, and the bird's eye view is nice, so I look down, I see nice volume, and then flatness on her apex. So that's where I'm gonna come and kind of come down on top. So I go down. I see my trajectory is a little bit different because I want the light to reflect on top here. inject. Looking good. Just take my thumb and I push up and I come really low. It took me years to do this. I was like, why the hell would I want to inject cheeks down here? I like really didn't understand. And that just gives stability below, especially when you have a lot of skin laxity here. So injecting this cheek is very important. It's also important to come think about that maxilla and zygoma. It's 3D, right? It comes. There's a top, there's a side, and there's a bottom. Does that make sense? And then I see a little flatness here. And then when she comes back in a couple weeks, then this will be lifted enough, then I can really go to town and kind of firm this area. And her favorite spot was by her nose, her piriform aperture. So that's where the facial arteries here enter a notch. It becomes really tortuous, and then becomes really superficial here. It becomes the angular artery. So if my artery's superficial, I'm going deep. So this one hurts. There's lidocaine in it. It feels like I'm popping a pimple. And then your top lip will go numb for a couple minutes. That's the lidocaine. So I just tell my patient, and then I take my needle and I go straight down. I'm sorry. This one sucks so bad. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Oh, dang, and the vibrator. I'm so sorry. Good. Good. Sorry.
That was my boss squeeze. Turn off. It's all good. It's
How
really
much
not
do you
bad.
typically put there?
Like 0.05, a small amount.
Okay.
She looks so good though.
You can really see your cheekbones.
Yeah. Are you surviving?
Yep.
Good. The side is just really low. Because you're such a dang athlete. Good.
Why is it like asymmetrical though?
Because you probably sleep on this side, or like the car, like the sun comes in the
Yeah.
car this way.